It's Press Pass with Jack Ebling, Mid-Michigan's spirited sports debate. Now let's get talking sports. Here's Jack.
Great evening, Mid-Michigan and beyond, and welcome to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Happy election week. Hope most of you made it through without too much trauma. It is time to meet Team 371. Rico Beard, longtime Detroit radio and TV personality. Specs Howard, broadcast instructor, recruiting insider, and co-host of the Mike Valeni Show with Rico on 97.1 The Ticket. Rico, this was a bad week for football in the state of Michigan.
It was an eye-opening week. It was a come-to-Jesus week for the state of football in Michigan. But what is this election thing happened?
You haven't heard about that?
No, that was this week?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I knew I forgot.
People mailed in ballots, and then some actually went to the polls, and then they counted them, and some places they're still counting. And
yeah, that's right. I mailed mine in illegally like 3 weeks ago, so.
Well, it was, if you had an election on which team in the state of Michigan had done the best job this week, you probably would have had to go to a high school team.
Can I go with Central? Did Central Michigan win? Western Michigan. No, Western Michigan.
Western got a big win.
Western Michigan.
That's right.
Yes. The other three main teams, hot garbage. Flaming hot garbage and flaming hot garbage, the garbage juice.
Also want to welcome in Sean Belegian. He is a longtime radio host, sports radio, and one of the most versatile play-by-play voices. Does a tremendous job for WJR and other stations around the state. And he is host of the Detroit Lions Game Day broadcast. Sean, I don't know what they pay you for that, but it's obviously not enough.
Well, you know what? With all due respect to my buddy Rico, I don't think it was come to Jesus. It was go to Satan this weekend. All three teams went straight to hell. I mean, really. And let's hope they come back. But, I mean, it was that ugly this weekend, Jack. It really was.
You know, guys, at least we have in the state of Michigan the knowledge that if the football teams are bad, we got great baseball, we got terrific I guess we.
Jack, we can't even go to the movies. That's how bad it is. We're just stuck. We got nothing. We're just stuck. We got nothing. Enjoy it. This is purgatory.
We're going to break this down, loss by loss, starting with Michigan State and a 49-7 whipping at Iowa. And we're going to talk about the Wolverines. They fell to Indiana, 38-21, and then we'll get to the Lions.
Can we get Cassius Winston back? No?
It's coming.
Okay.
We'll get to basketball soon. Maybe not quite soon enough. We'll be right back with our Going Green segment up next here on Press Pass.
Time to get your game on. Sports wagering is now open at the all-new Dacey Sportsbook and Tap House, only at Firekeepers.
Woody's Oasis, your healthy alternative to fast food. Woody's has the best Mediterranean food in town. Stop and see Chuck and Delita. They'll make you feel like family. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always willing to help.
Hi, how are you doing today? Do you want to do the homemade bread with it, or did you want to do the thin bread as a side?
They'll be sure to put a smile on your face. And as lifelong supporters of MSU athletics, you never know who might stop by. Eat Woody's and live longer.
Coulda, shoulda, Woody's.
Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, right next to campus.
Hi, I'm Pat with the Holt Diamondale Insurance Agency. Do you have horses, cows, or even llamas on your farm? With Auto Owners Insurance Company, we make sure that your life events and animals are protected. Call your hometown team today.
Fox Wednesday, I Can See Your Voice is all new. And get ready.
The incredible Jesse McCartney.
For a life-changing duet.
You could win $100,000.
I'm scared.
In all new I Can See Your Voice, Wednesday on Fox.
Know the day's weather before you walk out the door.
Fox 47 News.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
Playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules,
The coaching and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
Strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders. And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
The Ticket Machine is your local connection to concert, theater, and sporting event tickets nationwide. Our entertainment experts are ready to help you create a memorable experience, trusted by fans for more than 20 years. Whether you're looking for tickets for your corporate outing, family excursion, or vacation, we offer the best seats and the best prices. Grab a front row seat now on theticketmachine.com.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Going Green segment, brought to you by Graf Chevrolet and Graf Nissan on West Grand River and Okemos. With 106 years in the automobile business, they'll take great care of you, as they have on all 7 of my leases and purchases. For a new or used vehicle, go green, go Graf.
And there's pain. Okay, people respond to 2 things. They respond to pain and pressure. Pain and pressure. Okay, and there's a lot of pain right now in our locker room, our coaching locker room, and our player locker room. Okay, and we're going to get better by applying pressure on ourselves as coaches and players, okay, and create an environment that will allow us to improve. Environment and expectations. Environment and expectations are the 2 biggest indicators to give you a chance to get better. So that's why I'm looking forward to getting back to East Lansing. Okay, and getting back to work.
Pain and pressure. There was a lot of pain, no question, in Iowa City. And pressure's on Michigan State now to try to win some more games. Rico, what happened to the team that dominated Michigan in Ann Arbor? Where did those players go in a game that was as ugly as William Barr and Rudy Giuliani nude?
Why would you say something like that, Jack?
I'm trying to paint a picture.
Oh my God. Why not run over puppies? Jeez, you threw me off with that. Okay, here's the thing. What happened? They found the pressure point on Michigan and they took advantage of it. Against Iowa, that game slipped out of hand. This year, I don't know if you could take it from one game to the next, but you had Antoine Simmons, who wasn't himself. I think he was injured. Yeah. And it was clear that Rocky Lombardi was injured because he was out there throwing ground balls. I mean, he could throw it deep, but he couldn't hit any other pass other than just cocking back and throwing it deep.
He was limping around, too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I think Iowa just jumped on him, and it just got out of hand. I don't think you can really judge this team, Jack, until the end of the year because I think it's a lot of trial and error. We need to see who fits here and find the right pieces. So anybody who thought that they were going to carry that game over from Michigan, don't know what to tell you. You should have listened to me.
Sean, Spartans really only had 3 problems yesterday in Kinnick Stadium: the offense, the defense, and the special teams. When you think about what they did show, were there any positive signs, anything you could build on?
No, there wasn't. And I'll piggyback on what Rico said. The letdown was going to happen after the emotional win in Ann Arbor that nobody outside of that room saw coming. Iowa was due. There's no doubt about it. Jack, this was one of those games to me and to anybody out there that watched it. I really think that first Iowa drive set the tempo for the entire game. Yeah. The relative ease that Iowa went down the field, honest to goodness, my son and I are texting each other. He's in Chicago, and I go, this is going to be a long day. Now, did I think 49-7 long day? No. Yeah. So to answer your question, no, there wasn't anything. I guess other than Mel saying this is completely unacceptable, nothing positive to take out of it.
Sean, I think that's just Mel Tucker's press conference, he looked angry.
Yeah.
I was afraid. I mean, he looked like the parent, like, you know what, you were late and I told you not to, and he's sitting there in the chair and you're at past curfew. And
Looked much angrier than he did against Rutgers.
Right, Rutgers, yeah, we'll figure this out. This game was like pain and pressure. Yeah.
Rico, obviously, in the minds of most fans, they do not all count one.
Right.
The win over Michigan kind of scotchguard the season to some degree, where fans say, okay, now they're just trying to figure out how many more games they can win.
Yeah, you beat Michigan. So you know what that did? It showed you what the team could do if they're dialed in and focused. It showed you that, yes, you're going to see big plays this year. You're starting to see bits and pieces of what the future is going to hold. But I think winning at Michigan kind of takes the pressure off Mel Tucker.
Sean, taking a look at this Michigan State schedule, a lot of people said, let's be a 3-5 team heading into the crossover. A few optimists said 4-4, but now at 1-2 at this point, which other games do the Spartans win?
It's a great question, and you know what? It really has been a week-by-week adventure. Before game one, I think a lot of Spartan fans said 3. The optimists said 4. After that first week, I mean, honestly, show of hands, be honest, how many of you were wondering what game they were going to win? Singular. How many of you thought that? I saw Rico's hand go up. Rico, mine goes up as well. And then after the Michigan game, then all of a sudden I think, well, we might win 4 or 5. This team is a week-by-week thing. It's going to be so hard. Can they win a couple more?
Yeah.
Sure they can. Absolutely. Will they win a couple more?
Sean, and true, it doesn't make any sense, and I can't back this up. Watch out for Indiana this week.
No doubt. I agree.
That's right. Sometimes when you least expect it with this team, no one thought Indiana and Northwestern would be unbeaten. No one thought Penn State would be 0-3. We'll be right back.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else. Peace of mind. Every Graff used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at graffokemos.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
A new day dawns and we greet it with gratitude, thankful for the heroes on the front lines taking big risks daily to keep us safe. We at Dean Transportation stand at the ready with them, supporting our communities in their time of need. We've been delivering food and medical supplies, volunteering our time, and boosting morale to keep spirits high. Our passengers may have temporarily changed, but our commitment to transporting your most precious cargo has never wavered. Dean Transportation, working together, delivering the good.
Jessica Alba and Gabrielle Union are LA's finest, Monday on Fox.
Fox 47 is your home of the Detroit Lions. Don't miss a minute of the hard-hitting action each week. Proud partners include Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures. Menards, save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealers, save big on a new Ford today. Regular season, postseason, and more. Fox 47 is your home for the Detroit Lions.
Sign up for Santa Zoom's Hello Today.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Probably work at the North Pole.
I might just Zoom your family this holiday season. Ho, ho, ho!
Hi, I'm Deb Hart.
And I'm Bob Hoffman.
Have you checked out Fox 47 Morning News?
Every weekday morning while Julie and Claire get you caught up on news and weather, we catch up with some of the most interesting people in mid-Michigan on the Morning Blend.
It's your chance to find out what's happening in your own backyard and have a little fun along the way.
Local news, local weather, local people.
Weekdays, 7 to 9 a.m.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Tracking a Trophy segment, brought to you by the Ticket Machine at the corner of Mount Hope and Hagedorn. the best in sports and entertainment ticketing whenever those events resume. Go to theticketmachine.com.
And there's guys that are doing it, and and others will get it, and you just keep coaching. As a coach, that's what you do. You keep coaching, and players keep learning, and they get the experience of they can do it. They get that confidence. They get that confidence in their ability to make the play, not to hesitate, and to let it go, let it happen. Make that quick, decisive decision that leads to success.
Just a quick follow-up. Do you have confidence? I know you have tons of confidence in Don Brown overall, but do you have confidence now with this group that he can pull it out of them and fix what's going on in the secondary and everywhere else?
Yes, I do. I do, very much so. I love all of our coaches, every coach on the staff. I mean,
Jim Harbaugh, he loves his coaches and he loves his players. And I don't think he loves the results the last 2 weeks.
Is it me, or is he starting to look more and more like Bo every week in these press conferences?
Bo had a lot more fire.
Not just the glasses, to physically look, but yeah, that's just me.
Rico, you said Indiana was going to win that game yesterday at Memorial Stadium, and the ESPN matchup predictor agreed with you. However, Las Vegas had Michigan as a favorite, 3.5-point favorite, and a lot of other people said this is a week the Wolverines bounce back and show exactly what they're made of. That's what they're made of. They're in big trouble.
It is. Did I say that? I did.
I think you did. I thought I would say it before you dislocated your arm, patting yourself on the
Michael
back.
Penix Jr., baby, second best QB in the Big Ten. What's missing from that Michigan team? Talent. That team fight, will to just go out there and win. I think the coaches are just, I don't know, they're almost glued. Don Brown and that defense doesn't work with the players that he has. And all Indiana did was just ask Mel Tucker, can we borrow your game plan? And they went out there and did the same thing, Jack. Michigan made no adjustments. That should be frustrating if you're a Michigan fan.
Sean, I want to go back to December of 2014, and I can still hear Rich Eisen begging, Jimmy, come home. Is it about time he gets kicked out of the house, the big house, or is a successful GoFundMe campaign from Ohio State and Michigan State liable to keep him in Ann Arbor?
Jack, all jokes aside, it depends. Michigan fans, what do you want? Do you want a good coach? Do you want good years? Do you like 8-5? Do you like mixing in the occasional 10, 11 win team? Do you like keeping hope alive until the end of the year before you're stomped by not just Ohio State, but whoever does it in the bowl game? If that's good for you compared to years gone by, then Jim's your guy. If you want a championship, Jim's not your guy. I don't know what other evidence you need. I really, truly don't. I mean, look, law of averages says if a guy stays there for 10, 15 years, maybe he'll get one, and we can say that here, but we've seen enough now to know that there's something amiss. Something's amiss, and I used to say it all the time, win something, win anything. We're still waiting, and so, again, Michigan fan, I guess you're the ones that can better answer that question.
Rico, the Wolverines' next scheduled game is Saturday night, marquee game against Wisconsin, which hasn't played since week 1. Are the Wolverines better off playing that game or hoping Wisconsin takes another week off with COVID complications?
Michigan has to play that game, Jack, because if not, you had that taste of a 2-game losing streak, an additional week. Plus, Wisconsin, as you say, hasn't practiced. So you'll probably get that victory.
Sean, very quickly, I want to take a look at the Michigan schedule. Now at 1-2, which games do you see the Wolverines winning?
You know what? They scream 4-4 to me. Scream 4-4. I don't know who they're going to beat. I got to be honest with you right now. I mean, you have to look at Rutgers, maybe Maryland. Depends which Maryland team comes up, but they scream 4-4.
We'll be back taking a look at the rest of the Big Ten and how it's shaping up next.
At the David Chapman Agency, we take your business insurance personally. Our expertise makes it easy for you. Experience the benefit of a local agent who cares about your business with the David Chapman Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. Visit davidchapmanagency.com.
Show us pics of haunted houses that make you scream. Send them to yespics at fox47news.com. Sponsored by Holt and Diamonddale Insurance Agency.
In a time when we can't all gather around a table, we can still come together as a community. More Open Mid-Michigan is a partnership between Fox 47 and our local restaurants and businesses with one goal, getting them through this tough time. Every day, we will help shine a light on the businesses that make up our community. If you're a business supporting our community, we want to hear from you. Please go to fox47news.com/open to submit your video or comments and let us know how your business or organization is evolving, because now more than ever, we all need to be open.
The only station with a prime-time newscast.
Fox 47 News.
At Graf Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else: peace of mind. Every Graf used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at grafokemos.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graf Chevrolet in Okemos.
Woody's Oasis, your healthy alternative to fast food. Woody's has the best Mediterranean food in town. Stop and see Chuck and Delita. They'll make you feel like family. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always willing to help.
Hi, how are you doing today? Do you want to do the homemade bread with it, or did you want to do the thin bread as the side?
They'll be sure to put a smile on your face. And as lifelong supporters of MSU athletics, you never know who might stop by. Eat Woody's and live longer.
Coulda, shoulda, Woody's.
Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, right next to campus.
Thursday night football on Fox. It's a battle for the top of the AFC South.
Derrick Henry for the touchdown.
Phillip Rivers leads Indy as he sets out to prove he can still deliver.
What a throw.
But Derrick Henry and Tennessee have plans to run through the division.
You just can't bring him down. Touchdown.
Colts, Titans. Thursday night football on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for The Big Picture, brought to you by Dean Transportation. Dean is hiring caring and dependable people as school bus drivers in many Michigan markets. Be a hero in your community and safely transport children to and from school with Dean. For more information and to apply, visit deantransportation.com/jobs. That's deantransportation.com/jobs.
I read him a book, Everyone Poops. I know that sounds crazy, but because we didn't play very well. But poop can be used as fertilizer if you grow. In Minnesota, we got lots of farms. And the poop is actually manure. It can help with crops and the best fruit and vegetables. And that's what we talked about last night. You guys know me.
Only PJ Fleck would talk about how you can take a crappy performance and turn it into fertilizer. But Sean, I think Minnesota was really happy to see Illinois next up on the schedule.
That is so PJ. That's real, by the way, Jack. You know that. I mean, that's PJ Fleck. No, you're right. It's interesting. Remember Lovie Smith last year? He was getting some love for bringing Illinois back and everything. That was cute for a couple weeks. I mean, they're bad. They're going to be long-term bad. I'm still convinced that PJ's going to work long-term at Minnesota. If he decides to stay there, they needed that desperately. Somebody was going to pay soon. It was Illinois' turn.
Rico, we got a couple teams breaking into the win column yesterday, Minnesota and Iowa. But could anyone have guessed at this point in the season that Indiana and Northwestern would each have one more win than Michigan, Michigan State, and Penn State combined? And could anyone have seen Maryland drilling Penn State in Happy Valley?
No. Well, I thought Indiana was going to be good, but the Maryland thing, Jack, I'm telling you, Maryland is the biggest anomaly. You don't know what Maryland team you're going to get. You got the Maryland that goes out and drills Texas, but then you get the Maryland who does nothing. You got the Maryland who takes Ohio State to a 2-point conversion, and then the next week they lose like 40-0. You don't know, but You know, they got the young Tua's brother, Tagovailoa, at quarterback. He's going to be good at Maryland, but yeah, this Big Ten is, just enjoy it because there's no way to predict it except Ohio State's good.
Maryland started with 207 yards at Northwestern, and then they come out and they get 675 the next week against Minnesota. Hard to figure. Sean, taking a look at all this week's scores, what surprised you and what impressed you in the Big Ten?
Well, I mean, the Scott Frost Nebraska thing, we're going to have a serious conversation about this at some point in time. We really are.
Scott, please come. Mr. Frost.
Yeah,
it's like Jim Harbaugh, right? It's the prodigal son.
Well, and you know what? Here's the thing. When are these guys going to learn to just shut the yaps? Right? Because remember, by this time, everybody was supposed to be afraid, including Ohio State and Michigan. Why they mentioned Michigan a couple of years, I'm still trying to figure that out, why they were mentioned to begin with. But Nebraska's a mess right now. Now, did I think that Scott Frost was going to have success there? I did. And I have my doubts about that right now, Jack. I really do.
Rico, if we take Ohio State out of the picture, okay? Hard to do, but which other teams, and take Wisconsin out too. They only have to miss one more game to be ineligible for a trip to Indianapolis. Anyway, which teams in the Big Ten standings would be most likely to meet December 19th in Lucas Oil Stadium?
You're probably looking at Northwestern and Indiana. That would be your championship game, because I think who would have thought that the biggest game of the year was going to be in a couple of weeks when Indiana takes on Ohio State? And Northwestern, they're probably going to run the table out in the West. So that's who I would pick. Now, Northwestern's going to get them. Now, and to add to what Sean said, the most impressive team to me, they lost, Rutgers.
Yeah.
Rutgers said,
They didn't quit that game.
You're going to beat us,
yeah,
but we're going to fight all the way to the bitter end.
It looked like that thing was over. It was a 38-3, and then they just kept playing. Next thing you know, they got 27 points, and they're going at it. When you look at Indiana, and you think, okay, well, this is the highest ranked Indiana has been. They're up to number 10 in the polls. This is a team that hadn't beaten Michigan since 1987. This is a team that had one win over the Wolverines since 1967. In 2 weeks, they get Ohio State, and that's the longest losing streak in Power 5 in the country. 25 in a row, the Buckeyes have beaten them. So, in light of what we were talking about before the show, could Indiana be looking ahead to that game against Ohio State, come into East Lansing, and Michigan State, the good Michigan State shows up?
Absolutely, Jack, because I think that Michigan State, unfortunately, has become the new Rutgers. When they lost to Rutgers, Michigan State's not any good. Michigan fell into that trap. Iowa didn't. Now you got to see if Indiana falls into that trap, because this Michigan State team's under a lot of transition.
Right.
They're not bad, they're just transitioning.
Sean, it would take some COVID games and teams that don't meet the guidelines unless Indiana surprises us all. But wouldn't it be wild to see Indiana and Purdue meet back-to-back weeks, first for the old Oaken Bucket and then for the Big Ten Championship?
Yeah, bring back Anthony Thompson.
We'll be right back with more. National up next.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else, peace of mind. Every Graf used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at grafokemos.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graf Chevrolet in Okemos.
I'm next. How can I help?
Next, Tuesday at 9 on Fox. We bought our third car from LaFontaine this past fall for my 16-year-old son. Here in Rochester, Michigan, it's like a deer ambush waiting to happen at any given time, and my son did hit a deer. So the car needed repairs. LaFontaine offered to come to my driveway and give me an estimate. We involved my son in the discussion, so it was very educational for him. They actually saved me a lot of time, and it turns out a lot of money. LaFontaine, the family deal, is the real deal. They have made a lifetime customer out of me.
Think about the critical role educators play in helping your child learn and grow. They're coaches, librarians, and their teachers, extraordinary people going above and beyond to help children learn. Since 1972, the Michigan Lottery has provided more than $24 billion to support public education. Each week, we recognize outstanding educators from across the state with the Excellence in Education Awards. Watch Fox 47 News at 6:30 on Tuesday to find out this week's winner.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time for our Take It to the Bank segment, brought to you by Dart Bank, dedicated to meeting the needs of our banking community for more than 90 years with 4 convenient locations in Mason, Holton South Lansing, Grand Ledge, and the expanded Home Loan Center in Frandor. That's Dart Bank for what matters most.
And here come the Irish. Same generation as his quarterback. Here's the give, Kyron Williams left side into the secondary. Williams down the sideline. Kyron Williams might go. Notre Dame touchdown. 8 points you leave on the table against a great team. Oh, on the toss, it's right in the hands of a Wilson Parabola. Oh, will score. Touchdown. Bouncing off of ETN. Freshman, second game. Book back at it. Book takes a shot downfield towards Javon McKinley, who brought it in. Blocking the tight ends on that side. To the goal line and in. Kyron Williams for a Notre Dame touchdown. Second and goal for the Irish out of the timeout. Williams right to the right side. Powers to the end zone. And Kyron Williams scores again. And the Irish can knock him off on this snap. Russian 3, dropping 8. Uyangalele. Steps up, loads and throws. It's caught, it's pitched backwards, up in the air, it's on the ground, still in Clemson's hands, and now it is down.
Great job there, Faye Stellar, with that highlights package. Rico, what did we learn from the game of the year thus far? How serious of a college football playoff threat is Notre Dame? Longest winning streak in the country. Hasn't been defeated since it wet itself last year in Ann Arbor in November. And do you see Clemson as a national title team once it gets Trevor Lawrence back?
Yeah, what did we learn? I hate to say it, nothing. You played Clemson with their backup QB. That's a different game if Trevor Lawrence's play. Notre Dame's not going to apologize for the victory, okay? Nobody does. They got the victory, and all props to Notre Dame. You knocked off number 1. You're going to put that up into your plaque and your trophy case, and you're going to tell everybody, hey, I was on the field, and we rushed the field during COVID times, which was really stupid. But I think Clemson can come back. I think Clemson can still get a shot because they'll get to play Notre Dame again in the ACC championship game. If you're Notre Dame, you take this victory. It's not your fault.
Sean, did Ian Book look like a national championship quarterback to you? And DJ Uyangalele looks like he can do a lot of things for a freshman in place of Trevor Lawrence. He's not Trevor Lawrence, but pretty good insurance policy.
Yeah, you know what last night was to me, guys? It reminded me of how much I love college football and why I love college football, because yesterday was a garbage day. We talked about the local teams, even Florida, Georgia. I was so fired up for Florida, Georgia. The only thing missing last night was the Kelly Green uniforms, honestly. And when I was a kid, I'd get all fired up. I couldn't stand Notre Dame, but I thought there was something special about it. I thought there was something special about staying up to watch a game like that, the Heisman or whatever. Ian Book made a serious case. Look, if you've been paying attention to college football, Ian Book's a darn good quarterback.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly's done a really good job there. I know it's in to rip on Notre Dame. I'm just as guilty as anybody. Back to glory, all that stuff. But I'll tell you what, Notre Dame is in a really good spot right now. But much like Rico said, not a great spot. That's not a national championship team.
Hold on, Sean, Manti Te'o's girlfriend's on the phone. She is not happy about what you just said. I'm going to put her on speaker. You want to hear what she has to say?
Rico, what else stood out to you about the ranked teams' performances this week? And are you a believer in Cincinnati or BYU as a long shot fourth team for the playoff?
You know what? Maybe if we had 12 teams, you could say BYU and Cincinnati would have a shot, but I don't think that their body of work is going to be good enough because there's no non-conference games. There's no crossover. There's nothing to compare them to. So you would think, okay, well, if that's the case, if you put Indiana in the WAC, they probably could run the table too. I think what you saw was Alabama and Ohio State are just kind of out there. Notre Dame made a case that possibly, watch out for us, they're going to have to do it again. And Clemson, it's going to come down to whoever wins that game. I think one team from the ACC is going to go. It's not going to be an automatic bid. And I guess pretty much out in the Pac-12, it's Oregon or bust. So that's what I saw. And
Wow.
by the way, Florida was pretty good.
Florida was very good, I think, against Georgia. But it's going to be interesting because BYU tried to schedule everybody. Michigan State, very fortunate, didn't have to play BYU, Miami, Toledo. That could be 3 losses. Sean, let's take a look at the new AP Top 25. And when you see where Indiana is, you see Wisconsin dropping 3 spots without playing. Michigan, for some reason, is unranked. Can you believe Indiana is number 10 and Northwestern is 23 behind Coastal Carolina, Marshall, and Liberty?
Well, Michigan stinks.
What a crazy world we live in. Enrico, you better put your phone away. Hugh Freeze is looking for it. But what a job he's doing with Liberty right now. Yeah. Honestly, and a crazy end to a game yesterday. Yeah. Good for the Flames.
We will be right back, and we're going to talk about, we have to, the Detroit Lions and the NFL up next.
Welcome to the WWE Thunderdome.
You gotta be kidding me!
A new state-of-the-art visual experience.
And here we go!
All new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern on Fox.
At the David Chapman Agency, it's our knowledge and expertise that make insuring home, auto, and farm easy for you. Experience the benefit of a local agent who cares about you with the David Chapman Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. Visit davidchapmanagency.com.
That's all special effects. Or was it? One host, one time. I love my kids so much. I just want to squeeze it. Host a new daytime show. It's got my name on it, but it's all about you.
Drew Barrymore, weekdays at 9 on Fox 47 and again at 6 on My 47.
It's an all-new season of TV's #1 show, The Masked Singer, Wednesday on Fox.
At Graff Chevrolet in Okemos, you'll always get a great deal on a huge selection of high-quality used cars and trucks. But you'll also get something else, peace of mind. Every Graff used vehicle purchase comes with up to 6 oil changes for the first 2 years of ownership. We'll also give you free tire rotation with every other oil change. Always a great selection of used vehicles starting from $1,000 and up. Check them out at graffokemus.com. Lower your cost of ownership with our Peace of Mind program, only at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
A new day dawns and we greet it with gratitude, thankful for the heroes on the front lines taking big risks daily to keep us safe. We at Dean Transportation stand at the ready with them, supporting our communities in their time of need. We've been delivering food and medical supplies, volunteering our time, and boosting morale to keep spirits high. Our passengers may have temporarily changed, but our commitment to transporting your most precious cargo has never wavered. Dean Transportation, working together, delivering the good.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Law of the Jungle segment, brought to you by Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, your healthy alternative to fast food. Eat Woody's and live longer. That's why I'm there every week. Here you see the sad story for the Detroit Lions. 34-20 and got behind immediately. Sean Belegian, the Lions were beaten and beaten up by the suddenly resurgent Vikings. What happened to the team that had won 3 road games? And should Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia be updating their resumes?
Absolutely, to the latter part of that question. And listen, Jack, I'm one of those people, I really liked Bob Quinn when he came in here. And looking back, I liked the ideas that Bob Quinn had. I think this franchise has settled for mediocrity so much in the past, and he said 9-7 isn't good enough. That's music to my ears.
Yeah.
Well, here's the issue. They haven't gotten back to 9-7. I mean, that's the worst part. So I have no idea how they're going to be able to hold on to their jobs. I firmly believe they're a package deal as well. The thing about it, this reminded me of the Michigan State game yesterday. If you watch the first drive of the game, yeah, you put your head down and you said all day. And that's exactly what happened, except it wasn't Adrian Peterson. It was Dalvin Cook. They could have put Chuck Foreman back there. It was that ugly.
9.4 yards a carry.
Yeah. Amazing. It started early and it just kept going all day. Rico, MSU leader par excellence, Kirk Cousins, was amazingly efficient today, took what was there. But can you start to smell what the Vikings are Dalvin cooking now that he's back with them? They beat Green Bay last week, and now the Lions are getting better.
Yeah, you know what they've said? Kirk, we don't need you to win games, okay? I'm going to say the magical words that really tick off people when you talk about Cousins. Be a game manager.
Yeah.
Okay? See the guy in the backfield? Hand it off to him. Let him do his things. Play action pass. Pick up first downs. Don't throw interceptions, and we can win games. That's exactly what they did against the Lions today. This is what they did against Green Bay. It's a winning formula for them.
Sean, it was a typical performance by Lions quarterback maddening Stafford, and you saw him complete 16 in a row, and then he starts zeroing in on the Vikings linebackers, throwing them the ball before he has a concussion check. Taking a look at where the Lions are and what's ahead, how many games can you see them winning by Thanksgiving night?
Well, the crazy thing about it, Jack, is just a couple weeks ago, people were saying, look at the schedule coming forward. And I'm tired of talking about the schedule coming forward. It's been talk for a while now under this regime. How about some actions? Look, they should beat Washington. They should.
Yeah.
Key being should being the key and operative word there. But with the issues that this team has defensively, look, Alex Smith threw for 325 yards today. Granted, he threw 3 interceptions, but he still threw for 325 yards. Anybody could run on them. With this defense, there's no guarantee. None.
Rico, plenty of other games played today. Had some surprises, some close calls. What impressed you?
I can't believe I'm about to say this. The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They almost beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. They ended up losing. They had a shot, 25-yard into the end zone. It got knocked down. But they were down. Pittsburgh got cocky. Should have just kicked the field goal. Didn't. But my goodness, Jason Garrett. I mean, not Jason Garrett, but what you're doing with that offense there is just ridiculous. I don't even know who the quarterback was. I mean, it was a Cooper Rush. And it's Sean, next week, you're the quarterback of the Cowboys. That was impressive because that should have been a blowout.
Yeah, the Chiefs held on, barely beat the Panthers, and Chargers. Seems like the Chargers are in these games every week, Sean, and came back and had a jump ball in the end zone that was caught this time, so they won. And game in progress as we're taping. Looks like the Saints are off to a fast start against the Buccaneers, Rico.
21-0. So Looks like he got bad Brady today. So, yeah, it was fun. I mean, the Seahawks, Russell Wilson hasn't looked like Russell Wilson in the last 2 weeks. I have 4 turnovers today. Not good, Russ.
Can we go to the Bills Mafia, though, guys? How about Josh Allen?
Yeah.
32 of 38, 415. Now, any one of us are going to throw for 300 against Seattle. They've been terrible defensively. But give that guy some credit. The much maligned in the past, Josh Allen, 3 touchdown passes, 1 running, 415 yards, out-dueling Russell Wilson.
And I think the one game that Lions fans don't really want to know about, but Tua won.
Yeah, how about
Against
that?
Arizona. And, yeah, he for the game-winning score. Yeah, that was all.
That was a great duel, too, with Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
And Tua. But you talk about Buffalo and Sean Neighbor, as I'm walking the dog around Okemos, and they took a Biden-Harris campaign sign and doctored it and made it read Alan Diggs 2020. And everyone was stopping to take pictures of it, so a little bit different. We will be back in just a minute. We're going to have our Lansing's Best segment. Special guest, Randy Kinder, with us.
I did some early shopping this year. One for you, one for me.
I love it. I got us a little something too.
Yeah?
Yep. One for you and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, actually, that was supposed to be for me.
I love it.
I like red.
Shop early and enjoy GMC Black Friday offers all month long. Pay no interest for 84 months on most 2020 Acadia and Terrain models. We are professional grade GMC.
The Holden Avondale Insurance Agency wants to make your family's holiday season memorable. Sign up for a virtual visit with Santa at fox47news.com today.
With MSU FCU's Visa Signature Card, receive 3% cash back on groceries, 2% cash back on gas, travel, and universities, and 1% cash back on everything else. Open your MSU FCU Visa Signature Card today.
Download the Fox 47 News app and stay connected everywhere you go.
All new I Can See Your Voice after The Masked Singer, Wednesday on Fox.
A new day dawns and we greet it with gratitude, thankful for the heroes on the front lines taking big risks daily to keep us safe. We at Dean Transportation stand at the ready with them, supporting our communities in their time of need. We've been delivering food and medical supplies, volunteering our time, and boosting morale to keep spirits high. Our passengers may have temporarily changed, but our commitment to transporting your most precious cargo has never wavered. Dean Transportation, working together, delivering the good.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Hear me? Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Lansing's Best segment, brought to you by the Greater Lansing Sports Authority. The GLSA has brought thousands of athletes and teams to Mid-Michigan for hundreds of tournaments and special events, and we'll do that again in 2021, showing just what Mid-Michigan can be. There you see the joy in the winners' locker room last night at Notre Dame Stadium. Very happy to have with us the best high school football player I have seen in the state of Michigan, and a guy who went on and played for the Fighting Irish, Randy Kinder, number 25. You know what it's like to rally Sons of Notre Dame and wake up the echoes.
I sure do. And last night it felt like I was back there again as I paced around my mother's living room, watching that game and threatened to turn it off several different times. But wow, what a victory! It's been a long time since we've been able to pull one out like that.
Yeah.
And to do it, gave me a lot of memories from 27 years ago. I'll tell you that much.
Clemson was a little short-handed last night, but what did we learn about Notre Dame, and are you ready for a rematch in the ACC championship?
Well, I think we definitely learned that we can play and win those big games, which is something that's been tough for us in the past several years. But you talk about rematches. I'm going to be hoping and praying that somebody can knock out Clemson so we don't have to get in the game. Because them at full strength are going to be tough. But now we know we can do it. We know we can do it, and that's important psychologically to this team. Wow, they're tough. They're very tough.
Exciting as that double overtime win was, we just showed a shot of the crowd at the end of the game storming the field, and it looked like it had super spreader potential. Was that kind of celebration worth it?
Well, I certainly hope that we don't see the rise in cases that so many people seem to be predicting. I will say this, in a year like this one, to have moments of unadulterated joy like we got to see, and it's hard to say, man, that you wish they didn't have. But all those kids, all those young people have been working really hard to stay safe. I hope I can see the crowd exactly. I hope they're keeping their masks on. They're certainly working social distancing, but man, that was a moment. That was a moment, and I don't want to take that away from them. But I really hope that folks don't get sick from this. The wonderful thing for them all to be a part of, and it's an exciting, bright spot for them in the year that they're doing.
It was a great week for you. You also got a chance to come back and see the East Lansing Trojans Friday night, 49-6 win over Portage Central. Looks like Gopher Rocco's team's got a chance to go all the way as you did. Also had a pretty good start to the week Tuesday night as the AFL-CIO Investment Trust Corporation president. Randy, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Go Irish. We will be right back with more coming up. And we're going to have our Culver's Cool and Smooth Awards. Player of the Week, Play of the Week, Team of the Week, all of that and more coming up next.
A new day dawns and we greet it with gratitude, thankful for the heroes on the front lines taking big risks daily to keep us safe. We at Dean Transportation stand at the ready with them, supporting our communities in their time of need. We've been delivering food and medical supplies, volunteering our time, and boosting morale to keep spirits high. Our passengers may have temporarily changed, but our commitment to transporting your most precious cargo has never wavered. Dean Transportation, working together, delivering the good.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Woody's Oasis, your healthy alternative to fast food. Woody's has the best Mediterranean food in town. Stop and see Chuck and Delita. They'll make you feel like family. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is always willing to help.
Hi, how are you doing today? Do you want to do the homemade bread with it, or did you want to do the thin bread as a side?
They'll be sure to put a smile on your face. And as lifelong supporters of MSU athletics, you never know who might stop by. Eat Woody's and live longer.
Coulda, shoulda, Woody's.
Woody's Oasis on Trowbridge Road, right next to campus.
WWE superstar Oatis reminding you that SmackDown is all new this Friday on Fox 47.
Get your first look at the weather that's heading our way with the Weather Satellite Radar on Fox 47 News.
Sponsored by Wonderworld of Lansing.
Thursday night football on Fox. It's a battle for the top of the AFC South.
Phillip Rivers leads Indy as he sets out to prove he can still deliver. But Henry and Tennessee are looking to run through the division. Colts, Titans, Thursday Night Football on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Cool and Smooth segment, brought to you by 4 great Culver's locations in mid-Michigan. Culver's North and South, North Lansing and West Lansing. Since 1984, Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time with scrumptious Butterburgers and premium frozen custard. Swing through any Culver's drive-thru and grab your fresh favorites. That's Culver's. Welcome to delicious. All right, Team 371, who has been as cool and smooth as a Culver's mint explosion this week? Rico Beard, what do you have for us for our play of the week?
All right, here's the thing. I had a few plays that I could go with. I almost went with the end of the Liberty game. Almost. It would have been exciting except for the blocked field goal didn't count, so Liberty ended up winning on the field goal. Field goals, sorry kickers, that's never going to be the play of the week. I could go with Michigan State getting on that plane, coming back, because, that was just an embarrassing game. But I'm going to go to the Ohio State-Rutgers game. And I know everybody was watching Notre Dame-Clemson. I was watching Ohio State-Rutgers. And what I saw was Aaron Young, running back, on a punt return, gets the punt, looks like he's going to take it, stop, throws it across to his teammate, Bo Middleton, and Middleton takes it on the opposite sideline, 58 yards up the sideline. Ohio State is thinking, what the heck is going on? Why is Rutgers even trying? I'll tell you why, because Rutgers wanted to win. They didn't give up. I love that play, Jack. I wish more teams would do that. So, yes, I know no one was watching that game but me, but that is my play of the week.
Well, we saw that play again today in the NFL, so somebody was watching. They borrowed it and said, that looks pretty good. We'll give that a shot. Sean Belegian, what do you have for us for our team of the week?
Here come the Irish. Listen, Notre Dame's biggest win in the last 20 years was a loss to USC and Reggie Bush. They've been close, but no cigar. Never, ever apologize for a victory. Trevor Lawrence or not, that's Clemson. Chant her glorious name. Talk about return to glory. Enrico, are you ready?
Come on, hit it.
They're back. Yes! The Irish are back, baby. Notre Dame, congratulations. Wake up the echoes cheering her name. I'm going with the Irish.
Rico Beard would be the widest member ever of the Irish Guard if you were a part of it. All right, time for our player of the week, but not as a player. Although he was a Michigan State tight end, backup tight end. But I want to talk about Mike Smith, because Mike touched more young athletes in a very, very positive way than just about any coach I can recall, and we have some great ones here in mid-Michigan. But Dansville, that's not an easy assignment. Came to Holt when Holt was down, got them up so they were in the state final. Then he goes to Olivet, comes back, he's an assistant coach all over the place, and then comes to Lansing Everett. There you see the love the Vikings have for him as coach and athletic director, and he does a great job there. Want to thank Rico Beard, 97 won the ticket, and Sean Belegian, Detroit Lions game day broadcasts, and all of his work with WJR. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll be back next week. Have a great week.